Welcome to the weekly Extra Point Live, the Road Show edition in Brossard, Quebec for the Division C final between DBFC against Broccasion. Two teams on paper, if you're going to rank it for the four finals, probably the best amongst the four. GM Claretha's here with me, as always, the DC expert. Welcome, and your thoughts on this final.
Thank you. I mean, absolutely. Like you mentioned, we have the one seeds playing the one seeds. I know it's not the greatest thing to see from a parity-wise in the division because you have the two who were really expected to be there, but it's definitely the most entertaining football match to watch. If two teams were very evenly matched up against each other, very, very skilled.
You think about it right now, Broccasion, the high-powered offense, only held to less than 20 points once during the regular season / playoffs. Guess what game that was?
This game, the semifinals that we've just come from last week. So I don't know if it's cause for concern, especially against a team going into a team as stingy defensively as the DBFC. It may be cause for concern, but one way or another, these two teams are so high-powered, we will see a goal-scoring game.
And, of course, Broccasion being one of the strongest teams out there. DBFC is another team that's done very well defensively speaking here. You have Gordon Hogan, Jordan McLaren to name as the two stalwarts on the defense. However, first question I have for you is Matt Brossard, the influence of him. Mobility quarterback. This is a guy who runs the football very well. However, his passing is a little bit lacking over there. However, 5 TD games he's had in 3 games this year. Let's talk about him. Mobility quarterback, how can you stop him?
Mobility, especially with a rusher like Alex Charantola. Alex tends to break down, let the QB throw, make a mistake, whereas a mobile quarterback like Matt Brossard tends to take off right after the snap. So that might be a little bit cause for concern for Broccasion, especially with a QB so mobile who has so many rushing yards. You saw him run 120-plus yards when they played the Hall of Famers early in the first week of the playoffs, despite the fact that Jared Kapperman had 5 sacks on Matt Brossard, so that doesn't really faze him. Even if he is continuously sacked, he'll still run and he'll still take a lot of yardage. And he does have the capability to throw as well, so it's not a big deal.
You look at his passing percentage this year, not that strong. I mean, 6 times he was held to less than 50% passing here. You mentioned Alex Charantola, 16 sacks during the regular season. What do you do? I mean, this is a guy that's Brossard, has won football games. However, statistically speaking here, may not be the most demanding or the most imposing figure that he's had up till now.
Look, in all honesty, I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think it's a big cause for concern, especially since they're still actually winning at the same time. I mean, they'll take it any way they can get it, whether it looks pretty or not. Not a big deal. Like I said before, he went up against Kapperman, who had 21 sacks in the regular season and still managed to come out ahead despite getting sacked a numerous amount of times. So I don't think it's something that Matt Brossard was necessarily well on to put it in the back of his head and just focus on the play at hand.
Charantola, by the way, for those keeping the score at home, twice during the regular season had 4 sack games. So 8 sacks in 2 games.
He's also a rusher who has the very underrated ability to knock down passes. He has a lot of passes defended as well, which is really, really good and something that not a lot of rushers possess that instinct to have as well.
Broccasion, how motivated would this team be? Of course, they were the bridesmaids in last winter's winter final, pardon me. And looking at them this year, they had an emotional victory. They've kind of coasted throughout the regular season and had an emotional victory last week over the Predators, winning 19-18 in overtime here. But how emotional will they be? Are they focused enough to win a Division DC final?
Look, they're under new leadership. They have a new quarterback. They have Theo Ojeha as well. So, I mean, these are 2 guys, Marco Masiocha and Theo, are both very, very strong players. They contribute well on both sides of the ball. Marco Masiocha was the 2-way player of the year. So they're proud and they're driving forward under this leadership. So I don't think they're going to let last year's finals affect them in any way. Last season, actually, in the winter, my mistake. But I think that, they're going to be focused. They're going to be fired up. And it's definitely, this is the one they want to win.
For those keeping score at home, Marco Masiocha, during a 6-week stretch, averaged 6.5 touchdowns in the last 6 weeks, minus last week, of course. So this is a guy that can definitely put up the numbers in the football game. Let's go down to field level. Earlier, GM had the opportunity to interview both teams for their pregame thoughts. Stay tuned.
I'm here on field with Theo Ojeha of Broccasion. Theo, how are you?
I'm great, and you?
I'm very well. So just a couple of questions before we start right now. We've seen a very, very vocal, very heated press conference up until now. Are you expecting to have a very vocal game? Are you going to be one of the leaders?
I don't know about vocal leaders, but I'm gonna be there on the field, making plays. You already know that for sure.
So we've talked about how strong both defenses are, especially in this game right now. Would you rather, as the game is progressing, would you rather be up and on defense with 5 plays to go, or down and with the ball?
Judging by our defense, we're solid in goal line, so for sure I'd like to be up guarding that lead and let our defense handling it. handle it. Yeah.
And just one last thing before we go, just a little bit of trash talk, maybe who you're going to pick on throughout the game. Are we going to see anything big from you?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. I'm just gonna play my game, and hopefully all works out for us.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Theo.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Eric Bashara and Gordon Hogan of the DBFC. Hey, guys, how are you?
Not too bad in yourself.
Great.
So, I mean, I guess the first question I have is you two standing next to me are actually the youngest champions in FPF. You were both crown champions at age 16. This is the third following championship since then. Do you feel a bit of added pressure having been crowned that early?
Well, you don't really put an age on greatness, and that's what we are. We're two of the best players that have ever seen the field. Whether we're 16, 21, it doesn't really matter because we're that good.
I second that, yeah.
Perfect. So you guys have very, very heralded defenses, both you and Broccasion. I've asked them the same question, and I'm turning it your way. Would you rather be up and on defense with 5 plays to go, or down and with the ball?
I think either way it's going to be good, but probably have more confidence in our D going in. But either way, like Matt's pretty clutch, so I think either way it's going to be good to go.
We got a bunch of ball hawks, and like Eric said, we're confident regardless, but this year probably our defense out on the field.
Okay, so the one question that's on everyone's minds that I have to ask now, I mean, we look at the complex, we haven't heard from him all year. Joe Birds, where is he? What's going on?
Joe's taking a 1-year sabbatical. He actually went back to school. He's trying to get a master's, and that's when Daron stepped in as president of DBFC.
And he Facebooked us this morning, though, and gave us his blessing, so he's technically here.
So we have the spiritual blessing of Joe Birds. We're very, very happy, and we're minutes away from game time. Guys, thank you for coming out and interviewing with me.
Thanks a lot.
Do well.
Okay, we thank you to both teams for giving their pregame thoughts. GM, looking at this right now, trash talking, of course, is pretty evident in all levels of FPF here. How much trash talk will be going on between these two teams, Broccasion, DBFC? Both teams known for a very wide vocabulary of words.
Yeah, they're definitely both very vocal teams. We saw it evidenced in the press conference. It's probably the most entertaining press conference to date, bar none. I was very, very happy to be a part of it. It's definitely something that's going to get rewatched even after the season. It's going to get cycled in. It's probably something that was really, really entertaining. I think that it's definitely going to translate well to this game. Marco Macchiotra, very vocal. David Furley. But some of the supporting cast as well. You know, Theo Ojeda is going to chirp when he's making a big play on you. Gordon Hogan as well. Both teams are really, really going to step it up, and even in the talking aspect as well.
Looking at the matchups, of course, Kyle Lebowski versus Gordon Hogan. Hogan had 3 INTs, went 3 for 3. 3 INTs for 3 touchdowns returned against the Mustangs, the Gridiron, not too long ago in the playoffs here. Lebowski's had a pretty solid playoffs up till now. Who has the advantage in this battle?
I feel like at the moment the advantage is going to be Gordon Hogan for the simple reason that he doesn't have a lot of statistics because QBs have not been testing him. They've been purposely throwing to the other end of the field because they know the ability that Gordon Hogan has. Whereas on the other side, Kyle Lebowski, not so much. He's a bit more of an underrated player, so we don't see a lot of players really testing that side. So statistically, we'd give it to Kyle Lebowski because he tends to get it tested more. But if Marco Macchiotra wants to throw the defensive stations for Luke and go to Gordon Hogan's side, I think that he's going to get punished for it.
Actually, for those curious to know, DBFC only allowed twice, regular season and playoffs, 20 points twice. So, I mean, they've definitely kept the opponents to less than 20 points during the regular season and playoffs and have done very well for themselves. The next question I have for you, of course, is systematically speaking here for both teams, will we see anything different than what we've seen from these two teams up till now from the regular season up to the playoffs?
I think of the two teams that we would see something different from, I think it would be Broccasion. I think they would be the ones who would plot and try and do something different to throw DBFC for a loop. DBFC have plays that they run, and they run them so well that it would be disastrous for them to change them because they'd be going against what works. They're able to run these plays consistently. Teams know what's coming, and they're still unable to stop them. So I think that changing that would be not advisable at the moment. Whereas with Broccasion, we don't really have a set pattern, so we're more likely to see something different from them.
All right, then now it's time for the finals prediction for the spring Div C between DBFC and, of course, Broccasion, two teams that have a lot of playoff experience from previous years. GM, it is time for your prediction. Who do you have winning the DC final?
You know, I feel like I'm one of the only people around who I'm actually convinced that the Daron Basmadjian fan club are going to win. I know that's heartbreaking to Robert Campana, who's going to have to put Daron's name on the trophy, but I think that is what it is. I see it, regardless, being a very, very low-scoring game. I don't think we're going to see more than 50 points combined of the two of them. I'm seeing something of a 28-18 margin. It's going to be close. It's going to be one in the be one turnover that's going to be key. It's going to be a turnover or a pick six.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing one matchup in particular. If it does happen, Theo Ojea against Jordan McLaren, two great football players. Ojea being a great receiver, McLaren being a fantastic DB. If that is the matchup that we see, that's going to be tantalizing for our viewers at home to watch.
Absolutely, and having spoken to Steve Hodhog, captain of Broccasion beforehand, he said that was most likely the matchup to happen if they were going to be on man. So that's definitely something to look forward to.
All right, so there you have it, our pregame thoughts. Coming up next is the Div C final between Broccasion and, of course, Daron Basmadjian fan club. Stay tuned for the halftime report. Then afterwards, we will crown the DC title victors and then have the postgame show. Coming up next, the DC final here on the Weekly Extra Point Live.
Welcome, everybody, to this Flag Plus Football special edition of the Road Show. Presentation of the game footage here between the Division C finalists, Broccasion, and the Daron Basmadjian fan club. Very unique position for me, so I'm going to try and stay unbiased, but I'm telling you right now, it will not work. I'm rooting for the DBFC, obviously. Mokan, your thoughts on this game?
Well, Michael Cole, sorry, Daron Basmadjian fan club. Two of the best teams in Div C that we're going to see tonight, Broccasion against DBFC. It's going to be a fascinating battle between Marco Maciotro and, of course, Matt Bouchard, the two quarterbacks for this football teams.
9-1 finish for Broccasion, 8-0-2 for the DBFC. Definitely the top two teams in Division C. Very impressive season for both teams so far. As we begin with the first half, and the Broccasion starts with the ball. Marco Maciotro, a big play machine on both sides of the ball, goes down the left sideline to Mark Provo for 13 yards.
Yeah, a trips to the left side of Maciotro, throwing a quick hook route to Provo, gain an easy completion for an early gain.
Bringing up another first down just past midfield, and Maciotro looking to his right, then back to his left, going deep down the sideline, just over the top of Provo again. This brings up second down to the right sideline this time, and is that going to be called a catch, Mokan? I think it is by
Theo Ojea.
Ojea. We mispronounced it 50 times in the last road show, so Ojea. And now cutting back to the left, miss over the top of the hands of, again, Provo. Provo again seeing a lot of action so far in this game.
Yeah, Marco Maciotro going against the grain on that play once more, going to Provo, but couldn't connect this time around.
Bringing up second down and goal. Maciotro rolling to his left, looking back to his right, now back over to his left, and finds Provo in the back of that left end zone. Clearly that's a matchup that they are liking, is Provo on that left sideline. He's gone to him 4 times already.
Without question, the left side's been exploited up till now, and the DBFC have to make their adjustments next time around.
So 6-0 lead in this game so far for Broccasion. They have scored on their first drive, and they succeed on the extra point, the front of the end zone. Theo Ojea, interesting to note, Broccasion played in the finals in the winter season with Jamie Ojea, his brother, in the team. Jamie couldn't play on the team this time, so Theo took his place, and they are in the finals again looking to make good on that promise. 7-0 as the DBFC gets their first drive, going deep down the sideline to Gordon Hogan, who is wide open. Touchdown, DBFC, just like that. Mr. Big Plays, Gordon Hogan with a touchdown, bringing the score to 7-6.
Yeah, it seemed like a broken play for the Broccasion, not having the right coverage in the deep end zone. Marco Maciotro taking the wrong angle and also a few steps behind Gordon Hogan for a deep touchdown pass for DBFC.
Well, Hogan has definitely been a huge big play threat for the DBFC. I think he has 4 catches in the playoff, all 4 were touchdowns. Looking down the middle for him, I don't think it's complete, though. Mocha.
No, incomplete on that extra point attempt, though.
Bring the score to 7-6 as we will see how Broccasion respond to that huge drive. I really don't know. He might have caught that.
Yeah, that might be no. And it's going.
Anyways, they're going to say no. But so here we see Marco Maciotro dropping back, going deep. A lot of deep balls in this game so far. A toe tapper down the left sideline by Kyle Lebowski. First big play by him.
Yeah, Kyle Lebowski is probably the X factor for this football team. Marco Maciotro putting enough air under it, catching at the highest point for the first down completion.
Great job by our cameraman there. That was a great catch. Great job by Lebowski keeping his feet in bounds. First down the field. Marco Maciotro rolling to his right, going over the middle to Guillaume De Palma with a touchdown just in front of the goal line, catching it and bringing it in for an 8-yard touchdown grab. 13-6 Broccasion.
Simply put, Guillaume De Palma muscling his way for the touchdown, using his back as support, getting through for the big TD.
De Palma, an excellent player on this team. His hands have been questionable every now and then in the past, but he's really shown a lot of improvement over the seasons with this Broccasion squad, and he's a go-to key player for them. As we see Maciotro succeeding on the extra point to Justin Sarantola, 14-6 lead for Broccasion. We'll see how DBFC responds. Matt Bashara rolling to his right, going back to his left, and it's going to be a run now. Gaining some yards, diving past tacklers, and finally getting a 7-yard run stopped by Kyle Lebowski.
That's one thing about Matt Bashara is his ability to run with the football. He's actually more effective as a runner than he is as a passer.
Yeah, not a prototypical quarterback, that's for sure. Eric Bashara in motion pre-snap, coming right to the right of the snapper, Chris Diodati. And now see Bashara deep. Oh boy, Matt Bashara just missed him completely on that one.
Yeah, that was a bad pass. You look at Chris Bashara, he had the open play. If you saw, he beat his man to the corner. Had it been more in line, that would have been a touchdown.
Bringing up 3rd down and 3 yards for the DBFC. Bashara knowing what he's doing. He's running and he's getting that 1st down. It is a 10-yard run when it's all said and done.
Again, Matt Bashara has to use his legs to move those chains down the football field.
We're already seeing them struggle a little bit throwing the ball, though. They're going to have to improve on that. And another miss down to that left corner of the end zone towards Eric Bashara. Matt's had him open both times, missed him both times.
Yes, Eric Brossard, again, this is the fastest player on the football team right now, and he's the guy that can get open very easily.
2nd down, the shovel pass to Eric Bashara, and this is where Eric Bashara is really very dangerous. When they use this play to perfection, and really he can turn a 3-yard catch into a 15-yard gain, in this case 17 yards. Very good at it. Mokan talking about his speed earlier as well. Bringing up another 1st down. Matt Bashara, under heavy pressure, throws it into the crowd.
Yeah, Matt Bashara, the one thing about him is his ability to throw a ball that's beyond 15 yards. Not the strongest accurate passer. He does throw the deep ball to Gordon Hogan, but this time around, getting close to the red zone, very tough to convert.
So now 2nd and 5, 2nd and goal on the 5-yard line, actually. Dave Hurley wide open on the right side of the end zone. A touchdown grab, 14-12.
Simple route by Dave Hurley, going to the front of the goal line, catching that to make it a touchdown for DBFC.
That brings up the extra point here, which will be pivotal as they are down by 2 points. A rainbow to Jordan McLaren, but it is not caught. Falls out the back of the end zone, and that maintains the score as a 2-point lead for Broccasion.
Missed time by Jordan McLaren. You can see he didn't time that jump properly, but there are 3 red shirts there to bat that ball away.
And there's no better jump ball player on this team than Jordan McLaren, although Gordon Hogan could give him a run for his money. Marco Maschiotra with a throw down the sideline. Again, Provo coming up big. Captain of this Broccasion team coming up big.
It seems like they've identified the left side of their offense being the weak link for the right side of the defense.
2nd down coming up, and a throw to Lebowski, who almost pretty much knocks it down himself. He had a very good break on that ball, but he was open. Just couldn't get a grab.
No, he couldn't, and unfortunately couldn't corral in. That could have been a huge play and momentum swing for Broccasion.
Really looked like he was playing defense on that one, Mo. 3rd down and 2 for the Broccasion offense. And a throw down the left sideline. They are working that left sideline hard and often, Mokan.
Yeah, you look at it right now. Gordon Hogan, who's probably one of the better cover corners in FPF, they're using that side to exploit that end.
Well, Hogan seems to, he's one of those players who really likes to draw them into a throw and try and make a break on the ball, get an interception, try and bait the quarterback, but Maschiotra's having none of it. Receivers are just stopping short enough, and they're getting yards in big chunks. Faizan Munawar with a 9-yard catch as they keep moving the ball. This time, though, an incomplete pass on 2nd down, 2nd and 1.
And Jordan McLaren almost picking off on the right side, going to the right side for the first time in the game, and almost picked up by McLaren.
You might see them go back to the left now after the way that worked. No, over the middle, actually. Incomplete to Provo in the middle of the end zone. Bringing up 4th down, an all-important down here. DBFC has to be looking for a stop here.
They have to come up with some momentum swing for them in their favor.
And it does nothing of the sort as Theo Ojeha comes up with a touchdown grab on the front right side, right in front of the cone for a touchdown. You can see he's ecstatic about that. That was pressure-packed moment for Broccasion.
Big Theodoros Ojeha with a huge catch for Broccasion. He loves off the intensity, and that's what he showed on the football play.
Colin Taylor with a sack on that one maintains the score at 20-12 lead for Broccasion. So far, everyone has scored on their drives. DBFC needs to continue and keep up with them. First catch by Eddie Martinez on the left sideline. Eddie Martinez is a guy who uses his height a lot in that St. Louis Rams jersey, but definitely not really needing to use his height on that one. It was a low throw by Matt Bashara as he receives snap. 2nd down, sack. They're going to call that a sack?
Yes, they will. It looks like it is. Sarantola with a sack on that play. A great grab by him to get that sack in Matt Bashara.
Really outstretched as Matt Bashara was cutting the other way. Difficult grab by him. Mokan, you know that better than most, how hard it is when the QB changes direction to get that sack. 3rd down now for the DBFC offense, hoping to put some yards up. Incomplete pass deflected by Marco Maschiotra, who plays basically that roving safety in the back. He's a rover. Making a great break on the ball, knocking it away as Eric Bishara thought he had a big play down the sideline.
Yeah, Matt Bouchard not connected on his right side, and he's going to his third read sometimes.
And that leads to a punt by DBFC. Broccasion looking to take control as Marco Maschiotra hits Justin Cerantola for an 8-yard gain, rolling out to his right.
Again, Cerantola being a key factor for DBFC.
Bringing up 2nd and 2 now. Marco Maschiotra really looking on par here. Working the left middle of the field, going to Kyle Lebowski for a 9-yard gain.
Well, again, Marco Maschiotra has gone from the middle to the left most of the time in this game, and he's connected more often than not, so he's been using that to his advantage.
Bringing up now 1st down. Maschiotra surveying the field, going to the left sideline to Kyle Lebowski, but that is incomplete.
Incomplete again. A rare incompletion on that left side. Explain that matchup one more time.
But you see Gordon Hogan playing a little tighter on his player there.
Absolutely.
Maschiotra rolling to his right this time, going deep down to the end zone, and it is an incomplete pass towards Justin Cerantola. We're seeing him use Cerantola a lot on that right side, but certainly not as much as we've been seeing him work the left side. He seems to be more comfortable there.
Yeah, very tough to roll out and throw on the run, so it was very tough for a completion.
3rd down now, and it is a catch by Alex Cerantola for a 9-yard gain. Jordan McLaren with the tackle on the right sideline.
Again, you're going to have to use those sidelines, really exploit that matchup because, again, you want to soften up the outside to make it easier for you to go inside of the football field.
Now we'll see now 4th down being brought up. Maschiotra running down the sideline, missed tackle by Colin Taylor, and that's all it took for them to get the 1st down. That could be a turning point on this drive, Mokan.
Again, Colin Taylor having an opportunity to seize but couldn't do so, and that could be a huge play.
Bringing up a 1st down with 2 plays left in the half. Over to the deep back to Mark Provo, incomplete. Man, is Provo seeing a lot of action in this game?
He has, but you have to put 2 hands on that football, not 1 hand, sir.
So 1 play left now. 2nd down. This is a big one for Broccasion, looking to take a 2-score lead. Caught by Guillaume De Palma in the front of the end zone. A 5-yard touchdown grab, 26-12. Huge turning point in this game.
A breakdown in defense, but also Cerantola was open in the front of the end zone on the right side as well.
A lot of guys open on that final play. Dropped snap there, so that will probably take us to halftime and with a 26-12 lead by Broccasion.
I'm here at field level for the halftime report right now. Broccasion have the advantage of having started on offense and having the only turnover in the game, so they lead in this one right now. We're seeing a bit of a struggle out the gate from Matthew Bishara, throwing a lot of off-target passes right now. The offense really needs to get back into the rhythm in the second half, whereas Broccasion are comfortable with what they have. They're just going to continue doing what we're doing, and we're being promised a very, very exciting second half.
Thank you, GM, for that halftime report. As we come into second half action, Matt Bishara rolling down the right side. Incomplete just past the outstretched hands of Hogan.
Yeah, again, Matt Bishara, the deep ball not connecting for him tonight, and he's throwing a lot of high balls, which has allowed Marco Maschiotra to regain the lost yards and have a big play on it.
2nd down now. A quick pass to Dave Hurley gets stopped after a gain of 6.
Again, simple out route, the hook route, trying to get those easy yards underneath.
Well, this is going to be a difficult situation. They're down 2 scores now. They absolutely need to score on this drive if they want to do their patron saint proud, the DBFC. Matt Bishara with a run on 3rd down for a 2-yard gain. That brings up 4th and 2. Pivotal play on this drive. If Broccasion can stop them, I don't want to say it's over, but it won't be easy for DBFC to come back. 4th down now, Bishara rolling to his left. A throw to Eddie Martinez with a tough grab in traffic. Good coverage by Ojeha, but it is a 1st down for DBFC.
Again, DBFC have to make these completions for them to have any chance in this football game, and that might be the start of things for them in the second half.
They definitely needed a momentum turner, and they got one. Dump off to Eric Bishara, but he is stopped quick after a 3-yard gain. Broccasion having none of it on that play, bringing up 2nd down and 7 yards around midfield for the DBFC offense. Matt Bishara looking to his right now, back to his left, finds Eddie Martinez open with some space, and he gets a 3-down grab as well, bringing up 3rd down and 4. Mokan really has been not a great half for Bishara, but he's been playing a little bit better in the second half so far.
He's got to use Eddie Martinez quite often. His size alone can be a mismatch against a smaller but agile Broccasion team.
Now we see an incomplete pass. Again, not too much accuracy on it, a little too much mustard, too low for Gordon Hogan to corral in and get some yak.
Very tough for them right now to make any completions within 5 yards of Bishara.
It is 4th down now, and Eric Bishara with a catch to keep the drive alive, and that brings up first down, and they are closer. A second time they have completed on a fourth down situation in this drive. Mokan, that is impressive.
A great play by Brossard to catch that football and use his legs to move around.
First down now, but knocked off, caught by Theo Ojeha, who is not on the DBFC offense, and that means it is an interception. Weird play here.
Weird play, but also Matt Brossard threw that ball up in the air for grabs, and Theodoros Ojeha with a huge INT, and that could be the momentum that they were looking for to seize right now.
Definitely a huge turn of events for DBFC. They were going down, had two big fourth down conversions, and that is a difficult turn of events for them as Broccasion seems to continue humming. Marco Masciotra distributing the ball well, finding open spots, and that was a 14-yard catch by Kyle Lebowski. Bring up a first down at midfield. No stopping Masciotra so far. Going deep down the middle to Lebowski, who is asking for pass interference. What do you think, Mo?
Yeah, very tough there. Very ticky-tack call. Very uncatchable, though. Where the point of the ball was, I don't know if Lebowski would have got his hands on that football.
Yeah, I wouldn't have called that either, so neither do the refs. Bringing up second down now. Masciotra over to the right sideline. Ojeha with a big catch. Whoop! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Theo Ojeha, and they broke this game wide open, 32-12.
Well, Theodoros Ojeha catching that football at the highest point, going on a 9 route. No one near him. Surprised Jordan McLaren wasn't near him at all, given how fast both those players are.
Really nothing working out for DBFC so far in this game. Their defense has been abused on starting off at the left side, but then moving out to the right side of the field. And on offense, Matt Brossard just struggling in a way that he kind of didn't earlier on in the season. It is a 32-12 score now as Matt Brossard looking to get something done. Going deep to Gordon Hogan. Nothing. So, I don't know, Mo. He just seems to be missing by a little bit. Last spring, when they won the championship, they made the switch to Danny Gentili in the second half.
Yeah.
Again, after Matt Brossard struggled in the first half, and this time they have nobody to go to. We see second down now. Brossard doing what he can, running, moving the beanbags, not quite, as I'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, too much air under his passes, but also there's no Danny Gentili this time to sub in to make a deep run here, and they're going to have to go with Matt Brossard or change the quarterback at some point to give some sort of spark to the offense.
3rd down and 4 now. Matt Brossard going quick pass to Eddie Martinez. That has been working well for them, but it's just too late now. They can't go with the dink and dunk anymore. They really have to try and rush it, and unfortunately that is not Matt Brossard's game.
No, it isn't.
That brings up a first down, though, so they will need to start hurrying things up as they were down by 20 points. They're going to need to hurry up and hope for turnovers. Jordan McLaren gets into the game with a 9-yard reception.
Again, Jordan McLaren's been awfully quiet tonight, but again, you expect him to have a bigger second half, and that's what they hope for from DBFC.
Well, again, the shovel pass this time dropped by Eric Brossard, and even the things that they're very good at not working well, as the Broccasion defense has that play read very, very well. A good break.
They've counted that play very well, having their faster guys around Eric Brossard at all times.
Now Matt Brossard, looking to the right, gets another catch by Jordan McLaren, about a 10-yard gain, and that brings them very, very close to the end zone. At very least, this drive is going well for them, just as the last one was up till that interception. Missed to Eddie Martinez in the left corner of the end zone.
Yeah, they're trying to make that play again with Eric Brossard, the shovel pass, to fake it and go to the back of the end zone. Eddie Martinez couldn't corral it in for a big touchdown.
Bring up 2nd and goal. Almost intercepted by Marco Masciotra. Too many M's amongst these quarterbacks, but almost intercepted, and that will bring up 3rd and goal. And you got to feel the pressure increasing bit by bit on DBFC. Incomplete pass on the left sideline. This will bring up 4th and goal in a key situation. You got to feel the game's on the line, Mokan. DBFC needs a touchdown here like nobody's business if they want to win the championship. Matt Brossard receiving the snap, looking to his right. Incomplete past the hands of Marco Rotundo, who's usually their big play guy. Turnover on downs, and that's a heartbreaker.
It's very tough right now. You can see the dejected looks on their faces right now for DBFC, and they don't know what to do. They have no answers whatsoever.
First down, and on the 1-yard line, they have to be careful. Broccasion, first step accomplished, getting 6 yards, getting out of the end zone, giving themselves some room to breathe.
And again, you have to just matriculate that ball and kill the clock because you're up by a comfortable lead right now for Broccasion.
Yeah, no time for risky plays, no interceptions. Although tell that to Masciotra, who goes deep down the right sideline. I don't think there's any ticky-tack little short plays here. Masciotra loves to sling that ball deep. It's been working well for them, Mo.
It has been, and so far today, I mean, they've been able to exploit the left side of their offense to score a lot of big plays here, but so far it didn't work on the right side.
Third down now. Mastrocha looking down the right side of the field again towards Justin Sarantola, and that is incomplete again, just past his fingertips. Well, you got to give him credit for bravery. They are not going to sit back on this lead. They're going to keep trying to push the pace. But it's fourth down now. They've got to punt.
Unfortunately for Justin Sarantola, not the best hands in the football team, though.
And so there is the punt for you, folks. It is still a 20-point lead. No need to try something strange. Little trickeration here. Gordon Hogan receiving the snap, handing it off to
Steve Hanna with a big sack.
big sack on Matt Bashara trying to run the ball there. That brings up second down and about 8. It was actually a run, Mo. But just nothing working for them so far in this game. I think,
Matt Bashara throwing a lot of jump balls in the air, and clearly Marco Macioccio, Guillaume De Palma, all these guys were able to make up the lost ground to bat that ball away.
Well, they have good height, both players. They have good speed, and they are very good at breaking on that ball. And so really nothing has been working for DBFC offensively. As we see a sack by Alex Sarantola again. He's been doing a great job getting pressure on Matt Bashara.
Yeah, Bashara looks flustered out there and does not look happy at all. Holding on to the ball far too long for his liking.
Still a 20-point lead here for Broccasion, and Matt Bashara's got to be very careful now. He's in the end zone. Doesn't want to get safetied, although at this point can't make much of a difference. And there you have it. It is a safety. Alex Sarantola's second sack in a row, being congratulated by defensive captain Steve Hodhod, and this is just a story of the game for him. Nothing going right for DBFC.
Nothing at all, and again, those long developed plays have hurt DBFC in trying to make completions tonight.
That is a safety turnover. That was already on fourth down anyways. Then you got to figure Broccasion just looking to close this game out. Mo, talk to me about Broccasion. It's really been an impressive ride for them. They've been excellent. Marco Mastrocha, again, having an excellent game.
Quite the roller coaster ride for this football team, losing in the winter finals this past year. However, coming back with a new quarterback tandem with Marco Mastrocha taking over and doing a fantastic job leading them to victory. And now Steve Hodhod and all these guys will enjoy the goal that will come with the fact that they've won their spring season title this year.
Well, Broccasion definitely keeping the same core throughout many seasons. Just had a little bit of instability at quarterback. Bringing in Marco Mastrocha, game changer for them on both sides of the ball. Really giving them that playmaker they always needed and never really had. So it's been a great season for them. Faizan Munawar getting into the action. That was on first down, bringing up 2nd and 4. Mastrocha looking to over the middle and intercepted by Gordon Hogan. Way too little, way too late, Mokan, at this point.
Yep.
What about DBFC? What happened?
Again, this is the one thing about DBFC. Yes, they've had success in the regular season, but come playoffs, it's sort of been tough on them. They've not been able to succeed as much as they would like to. And you wonder for the future of this football team what they'll do at the quarterback position, if it will be Matt Bashara, maybe John Young, Dan Gentili, whoever comes back for the winter season.
Maybe Gordon Hogan. We've seen him take a few snaps so far, but it's really just not been their game. They played against a lot of weaker opposition during the regular season, and you kind of get the feeling they weren't tested as well as they were in this game. Hodhod with an interception. I have to say I'm happy for the guy. He's a personal friend of mine, very good player, guy who worked very, very hard for this team, getting this team where they are, and quite frankly, the whole team did it the right way. Impressive championship victory by Broccasion, who really never let up after that early stumble. 9-1 regular season, undefeated in the playoffs, championship victory for them. Very, very impressive. Who do you think is going to get the playoff MVP here, Mark?
I think Marco Macioccio has been the X factor for this football team, being the backbone to the offense, having them succeed as often as they did.
I would have to agree with you on that one. Macioccio really has played masterfully on both sides of the ball throughout the season, throughout the playoffs, and throughout these finals as well, as Broccasion are officially crowned champions of Division C. Hats off to DBFC for getting as far as they did, having an undefeated season, but it was just not meant to be in this finals game, as Broccasion are your Division C champions. Congratulations to Broccasion. Congratulations to Marco Macioccio for playoff MVP. Congratulations to the whole squad. They have represented Division C proudly.
Here with newly minted Division C champion Steve Hodhod. Steve, how are you?
Great.
You've been one who's shied away from the camera. You've shied away from the articles all the way throughout the season. How does it finally feel to have that trophy on your wall after playing in the league for so long?
Awesome. I think Rob and I counted it a long time ago, and it was 14 seasons or so. So it feels great. These guys are warriors, and they played the whole way. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I guess my first question to you is, oh, that's the defensive captain with the Gatorade. So my first question to you is, are you guys going to press on next year in Division 4, or what's going to happen with the absence of Marco Maciotro?
I think all Marco wants to do right now is drink out of that thing, so I have to stop him. I'm not sure what we're going to do next season. Haven't thought about it. He's gone to another team. We'll see if Christian can come in and fill that void.
I would definitely want to dissuade anyone from drinking out of those trophies. It's definitely a throat infection waiting to happen. Enjoy. Thank you for coming out and spending the time with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the Division C post-game show here in Brossard, Quebec. And we have our winner, and it is the Broccasion winning the title, led by Steve Hot, team captain, the backbone, the voice, the heart, the ribcage, the legs,
little known fact,
the brain.
actually. Steve Hot is the on-field captain, but the on-paper captain is Mark Provo, who's an essential part of this team from the beginning, ever since their inception in 2009.
Well, Steve Hot is the face of the franchise. 34-12 victory for Broccasion over Daron Basmadjian fan club. For those who are hoping for Daron's name on the trophy, it will not happen.
At least not this year.
At least not this year here. But let's talk about this, recap the game. It seemed from the get-go, Broccasion was more involved. They were controlling the momentum going through the two halves.
Absolutely. I mean, it looked like in every step of the game, the DBFC were reacting to what Broccasion was giving to them, not the other way around. They weren't trying to jump passes. They weren't trying to get in their heads. It was really, really strange that they were dejected from the get-go. It was almost as if they knew before the game had started that they were going to lose. The first turnover was the turning point in the game when the DBFC did not convert for a touchdown on that drive. It seemed like everything had gone to pieces, and there was no catching up from that point onward.
You look at the changes that they did on the football field, DBFC. Do you think that affected them? I mean, certain guys are not playing their regular positions. Did that affect them at all, given that, you go what's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what happened?
I think it's actually the other way around. I think that when they saw that the snowball effect had begun, they just stopped daring. They threw it all to the wind and said, you know what, let's just do what we want to do now. We're not going to win it anyway, so we might as well just work through it. So I think it's the other way around. I think that as the snowball started to build, they stopped caring.
Okay, looking at Broccasion, this is a team that we spoke about in years past. They came up short this past winter, and seeing how they've transformed themselves and become a complete football team on offense and defense. How impressed were you by this victory?
I'm very, very impressed because they knew what was going to be thrown at them, and they reacted accordingly. Based on the formations, defensive captain Steve Hot called different defenses on the fly. The guys knew what was coming. They knew what to adjust. And even on offense, Marco Maciotro was calm. He was collected. He knew where to put his guys to find those openings. So you know what? They came prepared.
What matchup did you see that was exposed by Broccasion in this football game? Was it Theo Jeha, who had a fantastic game? Was it the defense that played very well? What really caught your attention? Alex Sarantola with a big sack late in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, those 4 sacks were huge for Sarantola, especially the one for the safety. I think that as the game started to draw to a close. But it was definitely the placement of the defense in general. Every DB lined up, knew what to do, knew who they were covering and how they were going to covering them. And that was very, very essential to this game.
If you were to compare this Broccasion championship team to, say, the one from winter, who would win that battle?
I think that, you know what, having a QB who's able to play both ways and who reads the field as a defender rather than just a quarterback is a huge asset to have. So you know what, I think that not only with the heart of this game, but just having the players on this team would have been essential, and this team would have won championship notwithstanding.
Moving ahead now, as we approach the end of this spring season, moving into the winter, what do you foresee first and foremost with DBFC? Look, they've had a great track record, playing in under various names in FPF. Do you think they have enough firepower to maybe make the jump into Division 2 in winter?
I don't think they'll be jumping into Division 2 in the winter. They're probably going to go into Division 3 again as the Dirty Birds. However, there is talk of them next year in spring going into Division B with Daniele Gentili quarterbacking them. So that's going to be something to look forward to, especially having a tandem like Daniele and Jordan McLaren.
All right, Broccasion, I mean, look, their record speaks for itself. Deep playoff run last winter. They won the title in spring. Do they make the jump to D3?
I'm actually uncertain because, as a lot of people know, Marco Mastriotto, quarterback, will not be playing for them. So you lose a huge two-way element. However, brother Christian Cerantola, who's been out for more than a year with a very, very deadly ACL injury, he's going to be back into the mix, and he's a more than capable QB. He last QB'd for them in Division B. So you know what? I don't think it would be too far out of reach to put them in Division 3, but I guess time will tell for now.
Overall, what grade would you give this final?
I would give this final an A-. I'd dock it points for having the 2-1 seeds playing each other, but we were given an entertaining game. It was close in the first half up until the first turnover. So you know what? A-, B+. It was good. It wasn't phenomenal, but you know what? It was still a great game to watch.
All right, then, without further ado, let's thank everyone. GM, thank you very much for your hard work and dedication for covering not only this league, but all 4 divisions, plus your articles, your podcasting, and whatever else you did for us.
I actually score kept, for those who want to take a look at the game footage, I score kept for the first half of the C game as well.
Mr. Multi-Versatile FPF, you're the MVP of the FPF
Thank
this
you.
year.
I appreciate it. I love coming out and doing this for the league.
And we thank both teams for partaking in the league. Also to all the teams in Division C, a great season this year. I know some teams thought they would make a deep run. Some surprise teams made a deep run this year, so we thank them for coming out. And then we look forward to, of course, winter 2013 in January, where we begin again in hopes of winning a winter, if not spring title for 2013. And also, we have to thank Robert Campana for the visionary, as Daron Basmadjian would say, for his hard work and dedication
As
to
Daron
FPF.
Basmadjian lets him say.
Absolutely. Really, it's Daron who is the brains behind the whole operation. Without further ado, the magic words, please.
That's all of us for the season here from the Weekly Extra Point Live.
Good night, spring season. We'll see you in January 2013 for the winter season. Good night from Brossard, Quebec.